Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time seeing my face, hi, my name is Monica and I post videos all about personal finance, all about the stimulus checks, all about investing for beginners, all about budgeting during a crisis. So if you are interested in topics like those, you already know what to do. Be sure to subscribe down below to this channel. Also, please like this video, give this video a huge thumbs up, and also turn on your post notifications so you never miss any of my stimulus check or stimulus package updates. So let's hop right into it. So the Federal Reserve's Jerome Powell is ready to print money. He is at the Federal Reserve ready to just print money, whatever Congress approves of, whatever number Congress approves of, he is ready. And he has said they have pledged to do whatever it takes to pull the US out of a recession. So it is really up to Congress now to decide how much of a spending boost the economy needs / what forms it should take to help the economy, help the country, of course, help people get back to work, and put money into Americans' pockets. Now, millions of jobless Americans will lose their extra unemployment assistance at the end of July unless Congress extends them. That means a big drop could be coming to 40 million plus American homes if Congress does not act fast. Now, if Congress is waiting to act until July, that is simply too long. As we already know, the unemployment assistance ends at the end of July. That means people are going to be biting their nails and not knowing what's coming next, whether or not they should be saving a whole bunch, whether or not they will have increased cash flow moving forward as we sort through the pandemic. A lot of state and local governments have to do their fiscal reporting at the end of June, so they need to know what numbers they're working with. But while all of this is happening with people unemployed and state and local governments needing to know what money is coming next and what they should do, the Senate is just waiting and seeing. Now, part of the reason why Senate Republicans have said they want to wait and see is because a large portion of the money they have approved to go out has not even left the door yet. And I think this is probably one of the main issues. The real question is, why has so much of the money that Congress has approved of not gone out the door yet? I mean, we have the PPP, the EDL, we have testing, state and local government assistance. Of course, we have the stimulus checks that finally got out to a lot of people, even though unfortunately a lot of people are still waiting on their first stimulus check. Of course, we also have the unemployment assistance. So Congress has approved a lot of money, but the issue is only a small portion of it has gone out the door. We need to be asking the question, why has this money not gone out the door? Who has dropped the ball? Why is there not more money flooding into our economy, really, in the midst of a crisis? So we already know that the Senate Republicans want to see what's working, what isn't. Many state and local governments are waiting on the federal aid to close the gaping deficits. Unfortunately, the gaping deficit in a lot of state and local governments has caused them to cut spending and lay off workers. Now, Jerome Powell has committed the Federal Reserve to do, quote, whatever we can do for as long as it takes to support the economy. So on the one hand, we have the Federal Reserve and Jerome Powell saying, hey, we're ready to print as much money as you need to prevent us from going into a recession to help the American people. While on the other hand, we have Congress who is just saying, let's wait, let's see how the money is doing in the economy. And the only issue with that is if so much of the money that was meant to be put into the economy to stimulate the economy has not gone out the door yet, how can they really see what's working and what isn't? Mr. Powell has said, if there were more fiscal support, meaning more spending, more stimulus money, you would see better results sooner, but that's a question for Congress. Now, the main goal for Senate Republicans is reopening, recovery, and growth. Many Republicans are saying the extra $600 a week unemployment boost is too generous and will discourage people from returning to work as the economy reopens. Labor Secretary Eugene Scalia said, quote, "We'll be in a very different place in July where the opportunity for people to return to work will be far greater. Now, in addition to stimulus spending, they are also looking to do tax incentives for charitable donations. So they want to give a tax break for charitable gifts, especially now during the pandemic with everyone being so generous and donating. They want to make sure that you can actually see a tax incentive for doing that as well. And it's also looking like the president wants to spend around $2 trillion on the next stimulus package, which is great news because that means that there's a lot of space in there for another round of stimulus checks. So on the one hand, we have the Democrats who propose the $3.5 trillion HEROES Act. On the other hand, we have the president who has now been throwing around the number $2 trillion for the next stimulus package. And then we have Mitch McConnell and a lot of other Senate Republicans who want to spend $1 trillion or less. My opinion, stick with the $2 trillion number. Of course, it wouldn't be as generous as the $3.5 trillion that the Democrats proposed of with the HEROES Act, and it wouldn't be as small as the $1 trillion that the Senate Republicans have suggested. Now, the main thing here is whether it's $3 trillion, $2 trillion, $1 trillion, the goal is that the money really should be going out as soon as possible. I mean, it's very easy to talk about, let's wait and see, let's discuss how much money we're going to spend in the next 2 months when you are living a cushy lifestyle. A lot of Senate Republicans and just congressional leaders overall make $100,000 or more every year. That doesn't even include all the money that they get paid under the table to push certain legislation. I mean, if you think about it, a lot of these lobbyists get paid millions of dollars a year to push certain agendas. Real estate, manufacturing, whatever the agenda is, people are paid a lot of money to just whisper into these congressional leaders' ears and let them know what they want to push. So these congressional leaders are hanging out for the Memorial Day holiday. July 4th is coming up. They're about to take another 2-week break. They're just living the life of luxury and leisure, and that's why they feel that it's okay to wait and see. In my opinion, Congress needs to get moving on this as soon as possible. We shouldn't have to wait until the end of July to see another stimulus check. And the real truth is that even if another round of stimulus checks are approved of in July, who's to say when they will actually reach the American people? A lot of people have been laid off, they've been furloughed, they are working less hours than normal, and they have to deal with this dramatic decrease in their monthly income. Congress sent out this $1,200 and said, hey, do what you can with it. We've been in quarantine for 3 months now, and it's going on a 4th month coming into July. So that means they gave us $1,200, pretty much $300 a month to help us survive, even though it's a crisis. So in the words of the Senate Republicans, we shall wait and see what happens with the next stimulus package, but I would bank on another round of stimulus checks. First of all, if it is $2 trillion, there is a lot of space in there for another round of stimulus checks, and they will still have a lot of money left over to do whatever things they want to do, whether that is helping small businesses, unemployment assistance, manufacturing, state and local government help, whatever it is, they have a lot of room in the $2 trillion number to do those things. So that is it. That is the end of the video. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of all this. Also, please let me know in the comments down below if you have received your first stimulus check yet, because it is super surprising to me that a lot of Social Security, RRB, disability, VA beneficiaries, and even non-filers have still not seen their first stimulus check. So please let me know in the comments down below if you have received it. Until next time, I will catch you all in your next second stimulus check and second stimulus package update. Bye guys.